morning, students. I am N.V. Krishna Rao, Assistant Professor, CSC Department. I am handling compiler design subject for the 5th semester. So, here in the last class, we have discussed the predictive parsing method, and now we will see some more problems on the predictive parsing method. So, this is the last example we have discussed, right? So, for given grammar, we are considering the non-terminals. Then we are writing all the first of the variables and follow of the variables. Then we are considering for each variable productions in the parsing table. For E, then for E dash, then for T, then T dash, then finally F. Right? So using this predictive parsing table, we are passing the input. Our input is ID into ID. So initially in the first step, we consider the dollar sign with starting variable. And this is the input ends with dollar sign. So if we observe our table for E and ID, for E and ID, we got this one. So right here, this one. So pop E and store E dash and T in the stack. So we are getting E dash in. Now consider T and ID. Now consider the T and ID. So here in the table T and ID, it is T gives FT dash. Right? Here T gives FT dash. Same thing we'll check here. T gives FT. So pop T and store T dash F. Right? Then consider F and ID. So we are considering F and ID. So pop F, store ID, remove ID. Next, T dash and multiplication. So here T dash and multiplication is giving this one. Right? So now pop T dash and store star F T dash. Multiplication, remove that one. Then F and ID. F and ID in the table is F gives ID. Right? So pop F, store ID. Remove this ID and ID. Next, T dash and dollar sign, which is T dash gives epsilon. So this also removed. Then E dash and dollar sign. E dash gives epsilon. So remove this one. Then finally dollar and dollar. It is accepted. Now we have considered for ID into ID. Same parsing table we consider for this input. ID plus ID into ID dollar sign. So here first we considered E and ID. Right? Then which is in the production in the table, E gives T dash. So store as A dash T. Right? Push A dash and T. Right? Now consider T and ID, which is the production T gives FT dash. So remove this T and store T dash and F. Right? Pop T, push T dash and F. Then consider F1 ID, which is gives ID. So pop F, store ID. So ID and ID delete. Now T dash and plus, which is giving here on plus T dash. T dash gives epsilon. So remove T dash. Then E dash and plus sign. E dash on plus is the production. So store E dash plus and T. So we are storing this one. Now minus and minus, plus and plus. So cancel the same, match the terminal. Then T and ID. Right? So T and ID, which is giving as T equal to FT dash. So we are storing T dash F. Right? Then F and ID. Right? So define this F and ID. So we are writing ID. So ID and ID we are mismatching. Then T dash and multiplication. So we are considering T dash gives multiplication FT dash. Right? So here we are pop T dash and store multiplication FT dash. Then multiplication is removed. Then F1 ID, which is giving F gives ID. So replace F with the ID. Replace F with the ID. ID and ID simply remove. Then T dash and dollar. T dash gives epsilon. So delete T dash. Then E dash and epsilon. So remove E dash. Since this is a dollar sign, right? This is a dollar sign and this is a dollar sign. So simply accept. Right? We are considering the top of the stack, the non-terminal, and input symbol, terminal symbol. We are verifying the parsing table. In the parsing table, there is we specified the respective production. Then we will perform the respective action. Pop the non-terminal and store the right side of the production. Then we will continue. If the symbol, stack symbol and top of the stack is a terminal and it matches with the input terminal symbol, simply we delete. And we continue till stack with dollar sign, input with the dollar sign, then it is accepted. Otherwise, it gives error messages. Right? So all the blank spaces in the parsing table are considered as errors. Right? So we have seen for ID into ID and also ID plus ID into ID parsing by using the predictive parsing table. Now, here, this is the one more grammar that is given. We want to construct first, follow, and predictive parsing table for this given grammar. Right. The first one, writing the first of the given sets. Right. Here, the productions are S, A, B, and Q. S, C, the variables, the non-terminals here, the variables here, S, C, A, B and Q. We'll need to find the first of all these variables. If we consider first of S, it depends on first of A. Then first of A depends on first of B. So we come in reverse. Then simply first of Q means first of Q, that is Q itself. Then here from this production, first of B is first of B and B union with first of D, which is giving B union D, right? Which is B union. So we are ready here. From the C function, C has two productions. So first of C, we have to consider the both the production. First of terminal C union with first of epsilon. So we must consider terminal C and epsilon. Right? Now first of A. How many productions has the A variable? 3 production. Epsilon, first of B and terminal A. So first of ABCD union with first of BQ, then first of epsilon. Right? Here for epsilon we are writing epsilon. B has two productions. B has two productions. So we have for both productions simply we are writing B and D. From the first production, it is A is there. From the first production, the first symbol is belongs to terminal, so we write A itself. So finally A from the first production, BD for the second production, C epsilon is for the third production. Right? So now we have the epsilon. Now what is the next step? First of S. What is first of S? First of S is simply first of AC epsilon hash value. But what is the first of A? First of A has epsilon. So minus epsilon union with first of C hash. But C once again has epsilon. So first of A minus epsilon union with first of C minus epsilon union with first of hash. Since A and C both variables have epsilon, so it is giving us ABD union with C union with hash symbol. So finally it is ABDC hash. This is the first of S. First of S is first of A, but it has epsilon, so we have to consider first of C. But first of C also has epsilon, so we need to consider the first of hash symbol. Right? So first of S equal to A, B, D, C and hash. Right? So first of A minus epsilon union with first of C minus epsilon union with first of hash. Now we need to construct follow sequence. Right? First of variables is completed. Our next step is to construct follow of the variables. The first thing, follow of S will have $sign. by default. And in the grammar, S is present on the right side of a production. S is present on right side of the productions? No. So itself simply it is $sign. So simply it is $sign. Now follow of A we need to find. To find follow of A, how many places A is present? A is present here. So first of A we need to consider. First of C we have to consider. A is present. Any other places A is present? A is not in other production. So simply we consider C hash. So follow of A is first of C. But what is the first of C? It has epsilon. Since it has the epsilon, so we have to consider hash also. So C minus epsilon and hash. So finally follow of A is C hash. Right? Follow of A is C hash. Then follow of B. In the given productions, B is there. Follow of B is simply first of CD. Follow of this B is follow B. It is the same, so we'll skip. So simply follow of B is first of C. It has epsilon, so minus epsilon. Then first of D. Right? Then we have to consider first of D. From this production, there is a Q also. Right? So we consider first of Q. Since C has epsilon, so we are saying first of C minus epsilon union with the next symbol D. Right? This is from the second production. Here, this is we are taken from third production. Right? From the 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, 5, 6, 7 productions. So here we consider it as C minus epsilon as a C. C as epsilon, so we consider D symbol. From the third production, it is Q. So finally CDQ. Right? From the second production and third production, which is resulting to here as this one CDQ. Right? Then follow of C. C is present here, so we consider follow of hash. C is present in any other productions? No. So simply we consider follow of C is first of hash. And C is anyway here. Follow of C is first of D. So we consider hash and D, so which is resulting D comma hash. From the first production, this is from the second production. From the first production, we are considering the hash. From the second production, we are considering the D symbol. So, which results to D and hash. Then, follow of Q. Q is present in which productions? In the third production is there. Q will be. According to its rules, follow of Q is follow of A. Follow of Q is simply follow of because there is no symbol after Q, so we consider the follow of A. Follow of Q is simply follow of A. Follow of A is C hash, so we consider C hash. Right? Now we have formed first of variables and follow of the variables. Then we construct the parsing table. What is the first of S? First of S is first of A. Right? First of S is first of A. Right? So here these are the symbols first of S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 symbols. So in these 5 symbols we have to write the first production. Write first production in all these 5 symbols. We write first production in all these 5 productions. Then here next comes to the next one production A variable. So here A will has 2 first of A. First of A has these 4 symbols, right? AVD. So here which function? Second production giving the terminal name. So we write second production. Then third production is giving B, first of B. What is the first of B? BD. In the B and D, we write the third production. So third production is giving the first of B. So in the both first of B, we are B and D, we write the third production. Then fourth production, where we have to write the fourth production. Since it has fourth production is epsilon, so we have to consider follow of A. What is the follow of A? The follow of A is C and hash. So in the C and hash, in the hash, we are writing the fourth production. In the C and hash, we are writing the fourth production. For the second production, A is a symbol, so we are writing second production in the A terminal. And for the third production, B, D. So for B and D, we are writing the third production. For the fourth production, it is epsilon. So follow of A, we are writing the fourth production. Follow of A, we are writing the fourth production. Then variable B, right? For variable B, fifth production is a B is a symbol. For sixth production, D is a symbol. For fifth, B is the first symbol. For sixth production, D is the first symbol. So in the B variable, B terminal, we are writing the fifth production. For under D terminal, we are writing the sixth production. Then, right, seventh production. So here it is a seventh production. Here 7 we are writing, this is 7, this is 8, this is a 9, right? C variable. Here first of C for the seventh production is simply we write here seventh production. For the eighth production it is epsilon. For eighth production it is epsilon. Since it is epsilon, follow of C is considered. Follow of C is D and hash. Follow of C is D and hash. So here follow of C in the D and hash we write 8th production. Then comes to finally 9th production. So what is the 9th production? First of Q. First of Q is Q only. So since it is a Q only, we write here Q. So that is the ninth prediction. So first of all, we are considering the only the first of the variable. In that particular terminal, first terminals, we write the predictions. But if it is epsilon, then we have to consider follow of the variable. So in that particular terminal columns, we have to write the predictions. Since first of variable is terminal epsilon, we have to consider follow of the variable. In that follow of the variable, in that particular columns, we write these predictions. So eighth prediction and fourth prediction is the epsilon predictions. So we have to consider the follow of the variables and follow of the variables, and in that particular terminal symbol columns we have written the epsilon predictions, right? That is for eighth prediction and fourth prediction, right? Now this is an example for checking the input symbol ABDCDC hash, right? The stack with input symbol will be stack with the end symbol $, and we take the start symbol S. Now input is ABDCDC hash. Now consider S and A. S and A. From our table S and A, it has first prediction. So consider the first prediction. Pop S and store hash C and A. Right? Hash C and A. Now consider this A and A. So from the table A and A having giving this prediction. Right? The second prediction. Right? This one. So write pop A symbol, write these symbols in reverse. Now the symbols are matching. So pop A. Then B and D. If we consider B and B. Now from the table B and B is fifth prediction. So consider fifth prediction. Pop capital B, store the symbols in reverse. So what we are getting? B and B, simply delete. Now B and D. Now we have to consider B and D. From the table B and D give sixth prediction. So consider the sixth prediction. Remove B, store D. Here symbols are the same. Delete D. Simply pop D. Then we have C and C. Right? From the table C and C, seventh prediction. Simply we replace C with terminal C. Both the symbols are same. Simply delete. Both the symbols are same. Simply we delete. Now here D and D, simply delete. Then C is the variable and C is the terminal symbol. Refer the table, we get seventh prediction. So consider the seventh prediction. Replace this C with the terminal C. Both are matching. So remove C, pop C. Then hash symbol, pop hash symbol. Then stack with $, input with $. Simply we consider the string is accepted. Right? So here for this example, for given grammar, we have constructed the first of all the variables. Then we construct the follow of the all the variables. From this first and follow, we constructed the parsing table. And from using this parsing table, we are checking the input string ABDCDC hash will be accepted or not. So by using derivative steps from the grammar and using the predictive parsing table, we finally got input is empty, stack with $. So the string is accepted. For any other combination, the blank spaces are simply error messages. So we'll see one more example. Just we are construct first and follow the grammar. Now here this is the productions that are given. How many variables are here? A, B, C, E, F, G, H. All these are the variables. Right? For this grammar, we have to find first and follow. The first one, we come in reverse. First of H, first production, second production, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th. So 12 productions we have. For H, 11th production, and this is 12th production. From the 11th production, it is H. From the 12th production, it is epsilon. So first of H is H comma epsilon. First of H is equal to H comma epsilon. Then, what is the first of G? Simply G. So here, we write G only. Then, here, first of F is first of C. So first we calculate first of C. From the fifth production, it is C. From the sixth production, it is epsilon. So finally, first of C is C and epsilon, right? C and epsilon. Then, okay, C is over. Then, E. From the seventh production, it is E. From the eighth production, it is epsilon. From the seventh production, it is E. From eighth production, it is epsilon. So, C first here, from seventh production, it is E. From the eighth production, is epsilon. So, we write E comma epsilon. So, E comma epsilon. Then, first of F is first of C. Right? So, here, first of C minus epsilon. First of F, right? What is the first of F? First of CE from the ninth production. So, simply from ninth, it is first of CE. But what is C? It has epsilon. Since epsilon, we have to say first of C minus epsilon union with first of E. Right? So, C minus epsilon union with E epsilon. So, finally we get C comma E epsilon. So, finally we get first of F is equal to CE epsilon. Then first of B is first of B. Right? So first of B is simply first of B from the second production, fourth production. Simply it is B. Now, first of A. What is first of A? From the first production, first of B. From the second production, first of E. It has epsilon, so consider first of FGH. Then, from the third production, first of H. First of H epsilon. So, we have to consider it as this. Right? Then, what is the first of B? It is B. So, combine this as BH epsilon. B is considered, H epsilon we are considering. Now, for E minus epsilon is removed. Since first of FGH, first of F once again having epsilon. So, first of F minus epsilon union with first of GH. So here first of CE we have to consider. Then what is the first of G? First of G is G only. So we consider here G. So finally B, C, E, G, H, epsilon. So first of A is, the first of A is B, C, E, G, H, epsilon. From the first production, we are considering first of BC. From the second production, we are considering the first of EFGH. From the third production, we are considering first of H. Right? BC, EFGH, H. B is a only terminal B, so we are considering B. Then first of H as in H epsilon, but after since it has epsilon, but after H there is no other terminal symbols or variable symbols, so we have to consider here H epsilon. Now finally, since E has epsilon, so first of E minus epsilon union with first of FGH. Now, so we considered this C. Then the first of F is 1 second epsilon. First of F is as epsilon. So 1 second first of F minus epsilon. First of F minus epsilon. Right? First of F minus epsilon. Then F has epsilon, so we have considered the first of GH. But G doesn't have epsilon, so we cannot consider the H. Since G doesn't have any epsilon, so H is not considered. Right? So simply finally B, C, E, H, epsilon union with G. So finally it is giving B, C, E, G, H, epsilon. This is first of variables. Next comes to the follow of the variables. The root symbol here, it is starting symbol A. A is present right side of any production? No. So simply A is $sign. A is simply $sign. Then for B, here the B production, B is present in the first production and anyway is present? No. So B production, follow of B is first of C. Follow of B is first of C. Since first of C has epsilon, minus epsilon follow of A. Here A gives BC, B followed by C. So follow B is first of C. But first of C has epsilon. So that minus epsilon union with follow of A. Minus epsilon union with follow of A. Right? So finally C and $. Then follow of G. In which places G is present? G is present here only. Follow of G is first of H. H has epsilon, so consider follow of A. Right? Here follow of G is first of H, but it has epsilon, so union with follow of A. So H of H comma epsilon minus epsilon with $, which gives H comma $. Right? Then H, where the H is present? Here itself. For both the second and third production, follow of H is simply follow of A. Right? So follow of H is follow of A, simply $. Then F. For F, GH. right? Follow of f is first of gh. Follow of is first of gh. In that, the first symbol is G, so G is considered, right? First of G is terminal only, G only, so we consider it as this. If G has epsilon, then we consider H, but G doesn't have any epsilon, so simply follow of F is simply G only. Then follow of E is present in which places? 1 in the second production and 9th production. From the second production, from the 9th production. Follow of is follow of F. First of F. F as epsilon. Then consider first of GH. Since F as epsilon, then we are considering first of GH. So which results to C and D. C and D is giving, then first of J is G only, then follow of F is once again G only, so finally we are getting C, E, G, right? So we are considering C, E, G. Then another variable left, C variable. C is present in the first production and C is present in the 9th production. So here C present in first production and 9th production. So follow of A and first of E. But what is the first of E? As epsilon. So minus epsilon, follow of F. Right? So here follow of A is $sign. First of E is E only. Then follow of F, it is G. Finally it gives E is the $sign. So it gives E, G and $sign. Okay. Follow of C is follow of A union with first of E minus epsilon union with follow of F. Right? Which gives finally $sign, E and G, that are the follow of C. Okay. So now in this class we have once again practice with some more problems to find first and follow and predictive parsing table and parsing some example strings. Right? We'll continue the next topics in the next class. Okay? Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.